the SAC with Dr. Sarah Russo. I'm here with Sterling.
Yo, what's
One
good,
of my
Boston?
one of my guests and my assistant, Heather Leone. She works with the SAC squad. We do a lot of events on a weekend basis. Thanks for coming, guys.
We came twice.
Huh?
We came twice.
Oh, yes, we did. So I am Dr. Sarah Russo. I created the SAC app. It's on iTunes and Google Play. Please get down there and download it. You can keep track of your hookups and everything else. I mean, Heather knows, like I do. A lot of women keep lists of who they sleep with. Do you know any women that keep lists of who they sleep with?
Wow.
Are you aware of this?
That would be an interesting and very varied list.
You don't want that list getting out. That's why the SAC app is password protected, and we made it so nobody can break into it.
Good.
So
Well, that's good.
The second you sign out of the SAC app, you're not getting in. So all you cheaters out there, we got protection for you. Uh-oh. Yep. So anyway, so tonight we're going to talk about sex toys. Heather and I have discovered along the way that a lot of people are sex toy shy, so we decided to bring in the SAC with Dr. Sarah Russo. We're going to talk about sex toys tonight, and Sterling is a big fan of those.
Well, let's just say that through past experiences, having been with your beloved mistress, Jada Sin, I managed to learn a little bit about sex toys and things of that nature. So I'm sure Jada will watch this show later on and laugh at my ass for trying to act like an expert on these things. We'll see, though. Maybe I know more than you realize. We'll see. Maybe more than I realize.
We'll see later on tonight. We do have people calling in. Our number is 508-690-6066 to call in with various questions.
What is it again? What's the number again?
508-690-6066.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. We'll be doing calls and stuff like that. A lot of people have had problems with sex toy issues, embarrassing stories. So if you have an embarrassing story, please give us a call. Have you had any? Personally?
Well, I would say that in my time with having been with Jada, she showed me a few things about sex toys where I thought I knew what I was getting myself into, only to realize when in the dungeon of Mistress Jada Sin that maybe I did not know this newfound foe or friend quite like I did.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. A lot of people out there don't realize how kinky maybe the other individual is. How do you feel about that?
I think it's very true.
Do you have any stories about anything, like a friend of yours experienced with any boyfriends or anything? Did you have a friend that had a boyfriend that was a little overly?
I did. She found out that he was stealing her
Stealing what?
Her sex toys, her dildos, and using them in a way she was not aware he liked to use her sex toys.
Oh my God!
Let's just say that relationship didn't last much longer.
Let's hope he wasn't stealing lingerie or anything.
Well,
right?
first thing is a thief. First thing is first.
I know.
And then it was the matter of how are you using said stolen sex toys? But first and foremost being a thief. So he ain't getting no love if he's a thief.
Absolutely not. I had a friend, this is a good story about sex toys.
Do tell.
She was having her spare tire changed for real, and she was at her friends of hers house, and she was getting her eyebrows waxed. And while she was doing that, somebody came in screaming that things were exploding out of her car, and everybody was confused, and it was like Coke cans or anything like that. So she ran out of there because she knew in a hidden bag, like it was like an H&M bag, so it looked like she went shopping. She had all the sex toys hidden. She got out there, and all over the driveway were the sex toys. So she's like, oh no, this is embarrassing. She had to pick them up. May have been some beads that are used. Yeah. So I don't know.
Hopefully there were no children involved in that story.
Yeah, I know. So and that's some kind of crazy stuff, but what are you gonna do?
Yep.
So
you people?
So anyway, there's some interesting things about sex toys. We're actually looking to have people on, like from Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Hubba.
Hubba Hubba. Hubba Bubba. That's a gum.
At 2 Ellery Street in Cambridge.
On Ellery Street, we did a little visit there. We have a little show for you about that a little later on.
Cool.
Things about, like, but there's a lot of things, like, background-wise that that
Yes.
people want to know. Somebody's trying to call in, but I don't know if it's
We have a
working.
call in right now?
Yeah. I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't know if our lines
Do I see Dave Yang here from Dave Yang Photography right now?
Hi,
Get
Dave.
in here, Mr. Dave Yang.
Hi, Dave Yang. Welcome to In the Sack with Dr. Sarah. How are you? Yeah? Do you like sex toys?
Never used one.
No.
Say I can relate to the sexing.
Yeah.
Yes. Photographer extraordinaire right here. Mr. Dave Yang Photography right here in the building. Good to see you, my
Thanks,
friend.
Dave.
Cool.
So there's been a lot of questions about sex toys out there and stuff. So what do you think is the number one, like, popular sex toy that's out there?
You know, I mean, aside from the common vibrator, which is probably the most common of all sex toys,
Right.
and
Commonly
one-
used, yes. I actually, speaking of that, we've had another friend who was in the airport, and they needed to search her bag. Uh-oh. And they opened it up, and boom, there was her vibrator. She jumped on top of it to hide from everybody, so, yeah.
there's no shame in having a vibrator.
No.
Nope.
No, there's not.
It is no different from having talent with your hand.
Right. Nothing.
You know, think about it, okay? It's like this, my friends. That vibrator does the same stimulating act for you than it would your hand.
True.
How do you feel about that, Heather?
I agree.
I mean, sometimes we need that self-gratification because, let's face it, realistically, not all of us have somebody.
Oh, it looks like we got a call in. Sorry, I don't.
Do you think?
Oh, okay.
Liza calling in live.
Can you hear us? I can't hear her.
I can't hear you.
Liza? Hello?
We know can hear you.
I can't hear her.
Nope. Can't hear
Nothing.
anything.
Nothing. Hello, there's a girl named Liza calling, but that's okay.
Text us your question. I don't know.
Actually, I just got a question. A lot of people want to know why the sex toy, the rabbit that was made popular on Sex in the City, why is shaped like a rabbit. Do you know? You might know because maybe we talked about it.
Yes.
Does Sterling know about this?
Yeah, Sterling, do you know?
The rabbit?
The
Yeah,
rabbit.
why
Why
is
is
it
it called
shaped?
the rabbit, and why was it made to be a
A
rabbit?
rabbit and not
rabbit.
a male body part.
Not a penis.
That's a good question. You know, I kind of wonder myself why it's called the rabbit,
Yeah.
considering that we're naming it after a small animal, and that in itself to me kind of kills my erection.
Oh, I could see why. I mean,
Like-
a fluffy bunny versus.
I don't want
getting
no
off.
nothing in my body that's named after an animal, first of all.
Well, I hope you don't have a rabbit in your body.
I damn sure hope not. Damn well better be not a rabbit in my body. You know, I mean,
Right.
but I guess I don't quite understand myself as a consumer why you would call a sex toy or name a sex toy after an animal.
Well, thank God you're on In the Sack with Dr. Sarah.
Yep, we have answers for you.
Dr. Sarah does have that answer for you.
We do.
There's not a better sack to be in than Sarah's.
It's all about the sack. Well, it was made in Japan. And in Japan, it's illegal to use a fellatio, a penis, a cock, anything like that. So, the designers in Japan had to make it a rabbit and call it a rabbit. And that's why. And I don't think a lot of people probably
I
know
didn't know
that.
that.
Did you know that? Isn't that great?
I mean, I wouldn't have known that offhand about Japan naming.
But Dr. Sarah knew that.
Well, yes, that's your forte.
I know.
And did you know
Yes.
also that they consider one of the most popular sex toys, what do we say, lubricant? Lubricant as a sex toy.
That's the number one,
The
which is
number
weird.
one.
But that's a damn good one to have.
It is, but but I would not.
Especially from One Condoms in Boston, and hopefully we have
Yep.
them on next week. Those are one of my boys.
But see now, certain lubricants,
Okay.
certain lubricants are better than others, though.
They are.
It's true.
Okay.
But
Like,
speaking of that, can we get any audience members over here, or do you want to talk about? I did bring you a present, Sterling.
Yes.
let's see. Do we
Sterling,
have any
a
willing
present for you.
audience participation over
I
here?
don't know. Let's see.
I see a lot of people nursing their drinks.
It's true.
There's a lot of that
A lot
going
of
on
nurses
here.
in here.
Yeah,
For Dr. Sarah.
I know. Why don't you grab one of these long-haired dudes, Heather?
All right, here.
All right. Heather's gonna go get some noise. Oh, Jared, you're.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Jared. Grab anybody.
All right, Jared.
Anyone.
Come on over. Grab someone.
Come on over.
Come on over.
Come on over. You're in the sack with Dr. Sarah.
Dave Yang.
You're in the sack with Dr. Sarah.
Oh
on
my
our show.
goodness.
Come on over.
Come on over, buddy.
Do you know what one of these is? He says that's a cock ring. He knows.
He knew.
He knows his stuff.
A lot of people don't know that.
He owns 7.
7.
7 cock rings.
Does yours vibrate?
Of course.
Oh.
This stimulates the clit, but you need one on the other side to stimulate the balls.
So how many would you recommend? 2?
No,
Weak right here.
there's 2. One on this side, and he needs one on this side.
Right.
All right, all right.
Right.
Jared, get us somebody else
you
who's
got
not
the cheap
experienced
one.
in the sex toy
For
world.
an eye, my
Just a random.
Thank you very
if get
much.
one.
one on top, one on bottom.
Thank you very
While
much.
we're on the subject of sex, though, everybody should download the Sex app and
True.
keep track of who you're sacking.
True.
All right? If
Who
you're
you're
making out, you're having sex, you having a threesome,
Uh-oh.
you can put that in
Okay.
the SAC app by Dr. Sarah.
Yes, if you're having a threesome, and be honest about it.
You gotta
What?
be honest, because what if something happened?
We have another friend.
This man.
Oh.
This man.
Welcome to In the Sack with Dr. Sarah.
Get it up, man. Get it up, yes.
Heather has a present for you. She wants to talk to you about it.
Do you know what this is? It's a cock ring.
Why are we getting people who know
Wraps
this?
around my dick, goes around my ball, and it supposedly makes my dick a little better and bigger, right?
Does yours vibrate at home?
Oh, it vibrates, huh?
It does vibrate.
I don't need a cock ring.
Why?
Because the cock ring's supposed to make your dick like thicker and like harder. And I just,
No, not
you know
this
what,
one.
honestly, like I had it, my ex-girlfriend,
What?
my ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend needed cock rings, so she had the one.
Oh,
And
there's a slam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I tried them and it just didn't work for me.
Well,
And it's-
how do you feel about the next subject that Heather has here?
Oh, we have another one right here. Do you know what these are?
I will stick them up and you know what? Deep throat them, poop them out, pull them out my urethra, slingshot them and lock his head like a wrist rocket.
I'm afraid he's gonna hit me
Take
with
them
the.
out like a deer, right? And we'll see.
Excuse me, that's my keychain.
These are nasty. I'll take them like a.
He wants to fling my keychain. Woo!
That's a Mohegan style. Tomahawk.
Call me Clorox. Call me Clorox. We need to get rid of my. We gotta dislodge him from his anus. Can we say that?
Oh, man.
I'll take like
Can we
50
say that on TV?
Wu-Tang clans out.
Like
Are you enjoying our show tonight? All right. All right. All right. Well, while he's all riled up, we're gonna get ready to sign off.
Thank you, Johnny
This is
Hickey.
Dr. Sarah Russo. Make sure you download your Sack Tonight Boston
app.
on iTunes and Google Play. Sterling, thank you for being a guest. It's
Yes,
always a
I got
pleasure.
y'all.
Anybody like sex, we'd like to have you on. And my wonderful assistant,